Camping is supposed to be relaxing. A fire in the middle of the woods, the sound of crickets, the stars shining above. But what happens when that peaceful night turns into a nightmare? Tonight, I'll share with you 5 creepy camping stories that really happened. Make sure you listen till the end, and if you enjoy scary stories, hit the like button and subscribe. Story 1. This story comes from a camper in Oregon's Ment Hood National Forest. It was early fall. 3 friends had set up camp not far from a hiking trail. They built a fire, cooked dinner, and were laughing, telling stories as the night grew colder. By midnight, the forest went completely silent. No wind, no crickets, not even the rustling of leaves. That's when the footsteps began. Slow, heavy crunches on the ground, circling them. They grabbed their flashlights and pointed them into the trees, but nothing. No animals, no people. The footsteps kept moving around the camp. At one point, they stopped right behind one of the tents. One of the campers whispered, "Who's out there?" No answer. But through the trees, they all saw it. A tall, dark figure, motionless, watching them. The group stayed awake the entire night, and when they left the next morning, there were footprints around the tent. Footprints too large to be human. Story 2. This happened to a couple camping in Colorado. They set up by a lake, cooked, and went to sleep around 11. At 2 in the morning, the girlfriend woke to the sound of their tent's zipper being pulled. She froze. The boyfriend opened his eyes and whispered, "It's probably an animal." Then a deep male voice said, "Come outside. I want to talk." The couple went completely silent. The voice spoke again, this time from the other side of the tent. Then it moved, circling them, never sounding far away. The boyfriend grabbed a flashlight and yelled, "Who are you?" But there was nothing. No figure. No footsteps running away. They stayed inside until the sun rose. When they finally came out, there were no footprints, not a single sign that anyone had been there. Story 3. A park ranger in Arizona discovered something terrifying. Deep in the desert, far from the trails, he came across a campsite. A tent was standing. Backpacks were open. A fire was still warm, but there was no one around. The ranger searched the area. No footprints leading away. No car nearby. It looked like the campers had just vanished. Later, he found out 2 campers had gone missing that same week. Their car was still parked at the trailhead. Their bodies were never found. Story 4. This happened in Tennessee. A family was camping near the Smoky Mountains. Around midnight, the father woke up to what sounded like a little girl crying outside their tent. "Help me," the voice called. "Please, help me." The father hesitated. His family was terrified. There were no other campsites nearby. Finally, he stepped outside with a flashlight. The crying stopped. Then, the same voice came again. But this time, it was coming from the trees above him. The family left before sunrise. To this day, he says it didn't sound. Story 5. This story comes from a solo camper in Washington State. He had gone camping alone to clear his head. The night was calm, peaceful, until 3 a.m. That's when he heard it. 3 loud knocks on a tree. Knock, knock, knock. He told himself it was just an animal. But then, the knocks came again. This time, closer. First from the west, then from the north. Then, right outside his tent. The final knock was so loud, it shook the ground beneath him. He grabbed his things and left immediately. He never camped alone again. The woods can be peaceful, but sometimes they hold secrets you don't want to uncover. If these stories gave you chills, make sure to like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe, because more terrifying stories are on the way. And remember, out there in the dark, you're never truly alone.